What's up in the digital world of you guys? And back at it again. And it seems like Ubisoft can't stop taking L's. Oh boy, I hate Ubisoft, but they can't seem to stop taking L's. I mean, like the whole company is almost it's done. It's done. It's been dog water for years now, but it's done. It's close to being done, and stocks are really bad. And like the hack that occurred. Oh my God. There was a hack a few days ago where they breached the Ubisoft servers and gave a lot of players a whole bunch of money, whole bunch of rank, whole bunch of credits, and for every other person who logged into Rainbow Six Siege that day, you were probably hella surprised. And let's be honest, what else keeps Ubisoft floating? It's Siege. Siege is probably the biggest live service that they still have. So of course they're gonna protect it or like at least give us the impression that they're really working hard on it. But like that even could happen. That stuff could happen is beyond wild. They kept taking L's the past few years with their woke mentality. I saw it in Far Cry 6. I'm playing that right now, and like the world is beautiful, and like the way that world is set up and put together. But bro, the dialogue is heart wrenching. It's really gut turning. I mean, you guys better see it for yourself when you play it. But Siege is the only thing that's keeping it alive. I went to check if some things were if something changed on my account, but they rolled it back. So when I go through everything, everything looks normal. But they gave me a 10-year gift for being a loyal whatever player. But man, even that game is starting to fall off on me. I don't know the direction that Siege is heading. They keep removing everything that's fun, everything that used to be funny. Yeah. So let's see. I mean, like if I booted it up, let's see what we get. Is it something good? And of course, it's an Onka. I'm not, but I got two packs. One more. Yeah, never mind. It's not. That's not the video. Like two, but that's something that I want to show you guys. Because honestly, like sometimes, yeah, it seems like that Ubisoft can't stop taking L's. So we're gonna see. Yeah, that's nice. That's way better. So Ubisoft, Rainbow Six Siege. Ubisoft was a victim of MongoBleed. An unknown threat actor have exfiltrated the source code to basically every single Ubisoft product dating back to the 90s. This includes their software developer kit, middleware, Uplay, RDV, etc. No customer data was stolen. That's absolutely wild if you think about it. They almost, I mean, like, look at this. The stock went down 50% just in that year. That tells you everything, right? That should be, that should tell you everything. So, and it's even going down. It just went down. But there was a lot of stuff. I'm such a noob when it comes to. I rarely use Twitter, but there's some good stuff. There's some good news. Like it summarizes some of the. Yeah, they leaked the source code. I mean, like I'm not a developer. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know what I'm talking about. For that, I have a better explanation in a few. But and again, yeah, people got one of the rare skins. They got these stuffs for free. They made billionaires in on the marketplace. Here, look at this guy. It's absolutely wild. The ban wave was not initiated from Ubisoft. It was apparently through the hackers, which is it's just man. I'm sad that I didn't log on for the glacier camo. That would be fun. But like I said, it fell the fuck off for me. And the list just goes on and on and on and on and on because it's the biggest live service. I mean, there's nothing more important keeping Ubisoft literally above water. Like Rainbow Six Siege, what was it? Far Cry and something else. There was all the tensions. So like some of the stuff that will keep going on, but Ghost Recon probably dies. So I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to the source code. I just think it's hilarious. Ubisoft doesn't have the capacity anymore. It's kind of sad to see from for, to see a company crumble down because once it was a very good one. It was a very good one. They make great titles. They make great titles. You can tell me what whatsoever. I love Watch Dogs, but it's just I'm sad. But when it comes to the technicalities, that guy is way better, and he explains it a lot better. Shout out to Muda. Mm. All right. See, I mean, like he's reading it off too, but he knows what he's talking about. I'm here for the ride. I'm definitely here for the ride, and I'm learning as I'm going on. Because the only the only technicality I do have in my room is a MacBook laptop. It's idiot proof, but yeah, bro, they better get their game together. That's all I'm saying.
exception returns for MongoDB, which is where a server reach or sorry a client talks to the server. They send back information, and usually that information is compressed using something known as zlib, and basically it returns the allocated buffer size instead of the actual decompressed data length.
Okay.
This allows attackers to read uninitialized memory, which again, if it's coming from the server, they can actually view information that is stored here. So you can send a compressed message with an inflated, uncompressed size claim. So basically bullshitting. MongoDB allocates a large buffer based on the attacker's claim. zlib decompresses actual data into the start of the buffer. The bug causes MongoDB to treat the entire buffer as valid data. Bson parsing reads field names from uninitialized memory until null bytes. So basically, how it works is that the exploit crafts Bson documents, and when the server parses these documents, it reads field names from uninitialized memory until it hits a null byte. Each probe at a different offset can leak different memory regions. Now, the result is what happens is because the server reads this information from the attacker, it just allocates a buffer of memory to hold decompressed information. But because the actual data that the attacker sends is smaller than the buffer size that's being claimed, the server does not overwrite any old data sitting in the memory space. It actually just sends the buffer filled with uninitialized heap memory right back to the attacker, which again allows you to leak information from these MongoDB servers. So the way that this could possibly be used against Rainbow Six or Ubisoft, from my understanding, from what I know, is that basically the attackers found
Okay.
some IP ranges, something they found the actual MongoDB port.
That's why I love like peop to have people around who know what they're talking about because like I've not experienced a lot of hacks. One of the biggest hacks that I experienced was the PlayStation 1 in like let me lie 2009, 2010. That was insane. That went on for like half 1.5 month. PlayStation was down. The anonymous hacked it apparently. It was crazy. But like the technicalities behind it, bro, I know that and the latest hack when it came to GTA 6 being leaked, there was like what is it called? It's called social engineering. It's not just it's like yeah, you get emails from certain positions in you get the emails of certain people in high position in the company. So with that, you use that to gain information to something else. With that, and you climb the ladder, skip it, and go up the ladder. And that's social engineering, and that's how he allowed himself to get there. But like that talk right there, I'm a person that I can't really tell you if that's impressive. I mean, like, sure it is. I mean, like,
The MongoDB addresses, the server locations for Rainbow Six. They then therefore used various groups fighting. So one group, and this is all from like the fellows over at VX Underground, so hello Smelly. One group claimed to have exploited a Rainbow Six Siege service.
servers to manipulate bans and in-game inventory without access user data. That's they didn't care at all. They just wanted to give people free stuff. A second group allegedly exploited a MongoDB instance using MongoBleed to pivot into Ubisoft internal Git repositories, claiming to steal a large archive of internal source code from the 90s to the source code. The source code. That's diabolical. I know what the source code is, and that this got leaked is it's heavy. A, a third group claims to have stolen Ubisoft user data via MongoBit and is attempting to extort the company into paying them a ransom. A fourth group disputes some of these claims, stating that the second group had access to Ubisoft source code for a while. Damn.
To manipulate bans and in-game inventory. Oh, it's some of the best Ubisoft games out there. Okay, I'm looking at you, Prince of Persia. I'm looking at you, Splinter Cell. third
Yeah,
group claims to have control everything. They really has had access to over
damn.
900 gigs of data from Ubisoft and Crytek. Um,
Mm, that honestly doesn't sound like a lot.
if this is actually true, if it's not just bullshit information, we'll find it out obviously in the next few days. Ubisoft would probably have to announce that or at least mention it, at least to like shareholders, if anything, right? Like, guys, we just got a whole bunch of information leaked.
Yeah, they got to. They can't sweep that stuff under the rug. They just can't. They just can't. Yeah, but eventually they got what they deserve. They got what they deserve. That's true. Santa has delivered this year. Ubisoft getting hacked. The best gift we could have asked for this. Ah, it's just, it's fine. It's nice. So with that being said, boys, I hope you liked the video. And like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notification. I am out.